Sweet lady. Hey, it's the old man here. And got the good furniture out. Got some straw for the lady. And there's the lady. Come here. She's doing good. I'm doing good. A little bit of a snot nose. But that just goes with the neighborhood, I think. Well, if you've watched the news, Washington State is ground zero, I guess the word would be. That care center is about an hour south of us. And as far as we know, in Skagit County, there isn't any cases of it. I've been told that unless you're a news reporter, you can't even say the word, so uh-oh. So I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm talking about, that thing. Come here. It's coming up. Season, it's getting springtime. We got eggs. Chickens are laying eggs. I think spring is in the air. The lady's doing her trip like she does in the spring. She's chewing my back right now. Yeah, she's scratching. There she go. Come here. Are you camera shy? Yeah, I know. Hey. Yeah, so, big deal. I'm not, afraid. I'm concerned, I'll say that. I know. I went to Walmart today to get some stuff, and just like they said, that people are hoarding toilet paper. The place that sells where the area with toilet paper, there was probably 1/5 of what they usually have. And it's funny, the great big ones, a dozen pack or something, they were the only ones left. You'd think if people were going to stock up, they would get the big ones. Look at this thing. What, you want to get in my lap? Come here. Get over here. I'll show you. Get up here. Yeah, I know. Here, come here. Yeah, seasonal aggression. We're going to have to put up with this. He's really biting. Hey. I know it. Settle down. So, all the hand sanitizer's been gone for a week. Even the rubbing alcohol is sold out. I went to buy a jar of Vicks just to have some on hand, and there was none of that. I had to buy one. There was 2 bottles of jars of the store-bought name brand stuff, and that was about it. It's going to be interesting. Schools are closed. One of them's closed for 2 weeks, and they're having the kids be taught at home. And reminds me of a story. That's right. There you go. She's all right. When I was in 6th grade, 6th grade, they had this weekly paper that came out called The Weekly Reader. And in 6th grade, they showed a picture of a TV screen, and they said that someday kids will be taught with the robot in the TV. Computer wasn't even a word yet. And I remember as soon as that thing on the news said they're going to teach the kids online, I thought, well, here it is. It took about 60 years. Oh, I know it. She's so good. Yes, you are. You're my girl. I know it. Yeah, so it's interesting. They have these decontamination centers, or whatever you want to call it. The city of Kent bought a motel for $3 million, an old Econo Lodge, I guess, and 88 rooms. Different places. White Center set up some trailers for maybe a couple dozen people. If it's as bad as they say it is, they're going to need thousands of places to go. One of the places is an old teenage detention center, and with razor wire and the fence and the whole bit. It's probably for the people that refuse to comply. I don't know. It's Yeah, it's going to get interesting, we'll say that. It's starting to rain. Yeah, if it hits the homeless population, I mean, they're going to need beds for thousands of people. You talk about a weak immune system. If you're strung out on heroin and meth and living in a tent, yeah, it ain't going to take much to cause some trouble. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is cool. The lady's nice, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What? You going to sit up here every time? Yeah, 22 years old, 23, I think. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was telling my grandkids, I said that in China they put the money away, the cash, and I thought, you know, if Big Brother wanted to go cashless, I mean, this would be a time, you know, the dollar bills are dirty and people cough on it and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, things could get there. Yeah. And I wanted to thank all the subscribers. I got 212 right now, and I'm okay with that. I'm guessing I got maybe 30 or 40 people that watch the show often, and that's okay. I've seen more than a few YouTubers that went from 150 subscribers to this one guy, 150,000 subscribers. Ufa Maya. That's Norwegian for oh my aching back or something close to that. I could not imagine. So yeah, I'm okay where it's at. Yeah, appreciate the thumbs up and comments, all that stuff. It's good. So I'll be back. I want to do some stories about lumberjacks, myself included. I didn't ever work in the woods per se, but when I worked for the highway department, I was the designated faller just because I was the young guy on the crew and was eager to do it. And it was fun. I mean, every time you drop a big tree, it's a rush. You're just got to do it surgically, and you got to make sure you know what you're doing and you know where you can run to and all that stuff. And that's not even including trees that are under tension, that are laying across the road and it's snowing and the wind's blowing and you got to get out there and buck that thing up, or at least we usually just cut them in the center and take the plow and push it off the road and deal with it later. What do you say, Rudy? I don't know if he's crowing or not. We got the one young rooster here and he's doing good. Of course, he won't say a word now. So yeah, the rain's picking up. I got some work I got to do. I'll be back. We'll tell you some stories about the lumberjacks and all their antics, and about Jack and Cedar, and about a guy called Darius Kinsey. He was a photographer way back, and he specialized in logging shows, is the term, and everything about it, the trains, the bridges they built, a lot of cool stuff. If you're interested in logging it all, Darius Kinsey, he made a couple books and really cool pictures. The loggers at first, what I read, thought he was kind of a wuss because he was a small guy, and but when they saw all that he did and packing all that gear up in the hills and sitting for hours for the right sunlight, or the sunlight to be good, and they got a lot of respect for him. And then when they saw the pictures he did, yeah, they were impressed, and they welcomed him when he came up. I had my wife's grandpa was a lumberjack, and he lived long enough to clear cut an area and go back and see him do it again. Went up at the landing and talked to all the guys and told them what it was like, I suppose, and everything. And it's renewable. It takes a while. Yeah, this is cool. Yes, you are. I know. It's okay. She's all right. You are. What? Tell me. You want to tell a story? So with that, the rain's picking up. The old man will be back. Did she just... No. So yeah, the old man's doing okay. I'm vigilant. If I go into town, I make sure I wash my hands, and I had to make some hand sanitizer. I just mixed rubbing alcohol with hand lotion. It's supposed to work pretty good that way. Yeah, it's interesting. I go to the store and like all the hand sanitizer's gone, all the rubbing alcohol sold out. Yeah, people are stocking up. So, I know. You bet. She's all right. She's shivering. Are you cold? Are you just nervous? Yeah. Yeah, I've been meaning to do this one for a few days, but it was like, I don't want to, I'm not a doomsday prophet. I don't fall into that at all, but it's not, I wouldn't say doomsday at all, but it's certainly, people have the attention, and a lot of people could die, but the numbers are good. They said 80% of them have mild symptoms, and they said that people die from just the regular flu. I think in Washington State, a couple thousand have died just since the first of the year, just from the flu. So it's just the way it is. Life is a shake of the dice. I know. Yeah. Well, I can see why people like down jackets and stuff. For her sitting on my lap, I'm toasty. Yeah. I'll tell you another quick story. I had a landlady once from the old country, Czechoslovakia. And as a kid, her parents had you know what? I'm looking at a rat right now. Son of a buck. Yeah, oops, there you go. Yeah, Rat City. You know, I've tried everything to get rid of rats. I even bought some organic poison that didn't slow them down any. The best thing that worked was sitting out here with a .22 long rifle. It's the best I've got as far as really cleaning house. Yeah. But I told my wife it's like trying to shoot a hot dog on the run because they don't stay still at all. There you go. So anyway, back to Granny Petro. And come on, Todd, what were you thinking? Oh, goose down. Her parents had a goose ranch, and her job as a kid was to watch the geese. And I think she said they used them for weeding, and her job was just to keep them together and stuff like that. And she said that every spring they would put the goose's head in their armpit and just pull all the chest feathers off, and that's how they did it. In fact, she had a blanket, I guess, a comforter that she brought from the old country full of down feathers, and I'm not kidding, it was damn near a foot thick, big giant, 5 by 7, I don't know how big it was, but it was just a great big thing that she brought back. She was cool. I could do a whole story about Granny. Yeah, God bless her. She used to tell me, God bless you 100 times. I used to bring her firewood, and nobody in town wanted to bother with her because she was just this old lady that spoke really broken English, and she didn't know the American way. I don't know if that's even the term, but she, backwoods, that's for sure. But yeah, she was cool. She was a great landlord. She had a house that had been through a fire, and the first time I met her, I approached her. I said, "Hey, do you want to rent that house out?" "Oh, yes, yes." And I said, "Well, it's been through a fire." "Yes, yes, yes." I said, "How about if I fix it up and you'll give me a year's free rent?" "Yes, yes, yes." And so we signed a contract, and broken windows. It wasn't too bad to fix up. Now that I think about it, had to paint, had to do a lot of different stuff. But it was a nice little house. And then I think once I started paying rent, it was $75. What? So with that, peekaboo. Yeah, seasonal aggression. You've seen the other videos where she could care less, and now it's like she wants to be right up in my lap, I guess. But the rain's picking up, and I'm out of here. So happy trails. Wash your hands. Hey. You bet. Take care. Keep it clean.